After a week off, the riders and teams of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship roll into Southern Maryland for round 6.
About a half hour south of Washington, D.C., we are in Southern Maryland for the Geico Motorcycle Budds Creek National, the halfway point of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Championship, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing. Under very bizarre circumstances, here's your Lucas Oil race recap. 250 Moto 1 at Budds Creek. The conditions immediately claiming riders. The 157, Aaron Plessinger, and a bunch of others down. Plessinger would not finish this one. Then Sim Cirillo and Muscan, two of the big hitters, come together. Their buddies off the track and ride together a lot, but Muscan was not happy about this. Cost him some points.
Yeah, you see him waving at Cincerello. The only thing I think of, Cincerello came up the inside and they made contact. But then, right here, battle for the lead. Martin against Martin, Jeremy and Alex. J-Mart takes the lead from his brother, keeping those goggles on, really helping with vision. You see Alex having to back off, avoid the roost, and then right here, we're not sure what happens. I think just an innocent stall, but just enough to allow his brother to get through.
And he kept looking over saying, is that really Jeremy? Is that the leader? Is he done? Yes, he was. Jeremy second, and for the first time ever for him and his team. Martin, as he's figured, finished second and first. Osborne holds on for another podium. Muscan salvages 7th. Rear brake. Explain why that goes out in the mud.
Well, a lot of times these brakes, they're actually vented. In other words, they've got grooves in them that are cut out. That helps with cooling and just less surface. But the problem is, sometimes when it gets too muddy, the mud gets caught up in there, and basically the brake pads, when they close, they got sand and mud in there, so it's like sandpaper. So where's the brake pads at like 10 times the rate? A lot of times these teams will put a solid disc on. I'm sure they'll get that sorted out for the second moto.
In this final 250 moto of the day, it was crazy. Adam Cirillo here in the green, number 50, grabs the whole shot. Yeah, the track is messy. You can see the mud starts flying. A couple riders went down. Marvin Muscan on the 25 gets to second, putting some heat on AC, and then Adam dumps it and allows Muscan to take the lead away. Cirillo had a bad lap after that, and that would allow Jeremy Martin to catch him. But then Martin would make some mistakes and go backwards. Through all this, Muscan pulls away, wins the moto, but he finished 7th in the first moto earlier in the day. So you're figuring no chance he's going to win the overall, but everyone else had problems. Jeremy Martin slipped back to 6th. Alex Martin finished 7th. And you add that all up, that makes Muscan today's winner with a 7th and a 1st. That was the best overall combined score. Cirillo finished 2nd. Alex 2nd overall. So close. Here's your overall results.
How about that?
Who would have thought it would come down to 7th?
But that's what happens in these mud races. 7-1 for the overall, and Jeremy not quite able to get up there, but still a good solid points day.
Here's your race recap from the first 450 moto here today at Budds Creek. Ken Roczen, aggressive move here. Had to get around Christophe Pourcel because he wanted to run with Ryan Dungey, who is leading this thing right from the start. But what's surprising is late in the race, Roczen having his troubles, and Pourcel would repass him with about 2 laps to go, take second place away.
That was really committed right there. Just grabbed a handful down the hill, got to the inside, made the pass. But for Roczen, his troubles would continue. Now you see Bosch and Baggett lining up. And look at this, just a power slide up the inside in the mud. Bam Bam gets it through.
And Baggett also behind Roczen would make the pass, pushing the champ from 2nd to 5th. And through it all, Ryan Dungey led every single inch of it. Motosport.com whole shot all the way through to the checkered flag. Here are your results from this moto. We mentioned that Pourcel and Barsha pushed, and Baggett pushed Roczen to 5th. Tickle, his teammate, holds on for 6th. Anderson, not a good start, ends up 7th. Will Hahn in the top 10 again. And Brayton wins that battle with Pike to finish 9th. And right behind them, you had Phil Nicoletti in 11th. Tommy Hahn missed a couple races with injuries. Back today, finishes 12th on the GPI Honda. Good job. And Kevin Rookstool, who normally races in Endurocross, shows up today, gets 13th. They didn't even think they'd get this race in. At one point, it was so muddy and rainy. Skies cleared, we went for it. And yeah, there was still some mud out there, but this is typical motocross. Justin Barsha to the early lead. Ryan Dungey in 2nd, throws it away, did not get over that first jump. Jesse Wetland plows into him, and Dungey had his work cut out for him from there, coming from about last in about the worst conditions to do it. He would finish 12th. Barsha wins the moto, and with it, the overall for the day. He had a 3rd in the first moto, and Yeah, he can roost everyone involved with that team. They will wear that mud proudly. They probably won't even clean themselves off. They are so happy to get this victory. First win of the year for them. Here are your overall results. Porcel second, Baggett third. Here's the points. I cannot believe this. Through all the drama, Dungey and Roxon each scored 34 points today. No change in the standings. Barsha, though, up to third.